All right, so my second thing is going to be very quick. This is my last one. I'm taking a long break. Is that I see these politicians and they go and they look for votes at the Baptist church, at the Presbyterian church, at the Protestant church, at the temples, at the synagogues, at the basilicas, at the cathedrals, at the mosque, And those people do not appreciate you looking for votes there or looking for the richest person in those religious houses of worship or religious institutions, and looking for those big donor checks. That's no place to be looking for donor checks, and that's singling out people, and that's singling out our voters, because then this is the thing. Many good politicians have the problem, because if they go to a Protestant church, they're going to feel guilty going to a Baptist church or to a Presbyterian church, or to a Lutheran church, And I don't enter church. I don't enter houses of worship. It's not because I'm Jewish or anything, It's because every individual. I'm not going to sing you out and offer you something as a Jew, as a Protestant, or as a Lutheran, or as a Baptist, or as a reformist. When I target every demographic in this nation, I target you as a lower middle income bracket, or a socioeconomic class, or people who are single mothers, or people that are struggling families, or people of rural America, farmstead America. I think, if you have a poor educational system, trust me, you'll be in one of my categories. But I'm not gonna sing you out as a religious group, because we're a nation, and we're a community, and all of us, no matter we're in the house of worship or we're in that religious institution, we all have the same predicaments going on, and the same problems and the same concerns and the same circumstances going on, and everybody will be targeted. You guys are too obsessed, and that's why so many people have an animosity, and they have strong negative feelings towards some politicians, and that's where you separate the church and state, Anyway, so I wanted to talk about categories still, and I see what's going on here. You guys, we have the United States Constitution, like I said, the Ten Commandments before, and we have many amendments in there, quite a few, and all of them, no matter that they were done back in the 1700s, all of them, until this day, or until 500 years or a million years in the future, they're going to stand for the same thing, and they're going to protect us, But nowhere in those amendments does plastic straws, handing out plastic straws per request. Now, you got to look, if that plastic, you want to do plastic straws, you got to look at those amendments. Where does that fit in those categories? Is that anything that has to do with any of those categories? No. How about the plastic, the banning plastic bags, Is it anywhere, does it affect any of these? No. How about illegal immigration, illegals, obstruction of justice? Yes, it shows up there, obstruction of justice, How about coolant, banning of coolant, yes, it hurts Americans, It's in the Constitution, How about, it's many things, about giving money to foreign nations. Is there? No. You gotta look for the one that says why we don't give money to foreign, and that's how you do. That's how the law works in this nation, So I'm gonna help my Congress, the United States Congress today. Well, every time you have something, now we gotta look at everything, and if it doesn't fall in one of those categories, we have to take it out,